So, quick introduction before we go into this video, guys. A lot of you have been asking me to do pay-per-view predictions, and I really never wanted to do them because everyone does them and it kind of gets boring. But I've figured out my own concept now, and I'm mixing pay-per-view predictions with how WWE should book, like Adam from What Culture does, into like one thing, and I'm going to illustrate it to you with my WWE figures. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Alright guys, so let's book this show. What I want to say first is that I'm not going to book the pre-show, I'm only going to book the main show. And I think there will be like 2 matches on the pre-show, so we just put the 6 Divas, Women's Tag Team Match on the pre-show, and we put Cesaro and Sheamus on the pre-show, and we're not going to worry about those 2 matches, and we just get into the pay-per-view action right now. So we have 5 really big matches for SummerSlam. We have Roman Reigns versus Rusev, which is kind of big because they build it up as a main event thing. You know, Roman and Rusev got the main event on the last Raw. We have Orton versus Lesnar, which is of course a big match. We have the Universal Championship match. We have the WWE Championship match, and we have Cena versus Styles. So I would book Rusev versus Roman Reigns as the opening contest for this pay-per-view. Which is kind of sad that they spoiled the match kind of on Raw already because they did it there. I don't know, I don't understand this booking. I wouldn't have done it if I was in charge of creative, so whatever. But yeah, we have these 2 open the pay-per-view, and they proved that they can have a good match. They will have a really hard-hitting match here. And the finish will be Rusev has Roman in the accolade, and Roman struggles. He's almost about to tap. The crowd is getting behind him. You know, the crowd is actually getting so much better for Reigns, the way he's getting booked lately. So that's a good thing. So Roman is struggling in the accolade, and he is about to tap out. Then he comes up, lifts Rusev up, has him up for Samoan drop, and drops him, okay? So now Roman goes up for the spear, and Roman waits until Rusev comes back up. And then Lana pops up on the apron and distracts Roman. Rusev comes from behind, kicks him in the back of the head, rolls him up, cover, Rusev retains. Now I think this is the best case scenario that we can book here. Roman will not look weak because he got kind of cheated on. And then Roman also didn't win the belt. I think it could have hurt him again if he would win the belt right away. So I think this is the way better choice to have Rusev go over and have Roman lose, not clean, but have him lose. So next off, I would book the New Day defending their tag team championships against the Club, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Now of course Mattel didn't make a Carl Anderson yet, so we only have Luke Gallows here in the ring. So how I would book this match, I would have the Club absolutely destroy Xavier and Kofi. Now these guys need some credibility back, like they were booked so horribly on the last few Raws. It was like with the whole doctor thing there. So yeah, the Club destroys Xavier and Kofi. Gallows goes for his Gallows pole finisher. And now you think now he will have Big E come out and make the save. No, Big E will stay away from SummerSlam. Big E still has ring postitis. He can be back on Raw the next night because the Club will win the tag team championships here. Yeah, that's it. The Club will win the tag team championships. They will absolutely destroy Kofi and Xavier. And, you know, it will probably add to another story that we will have later on. So next off, we will have the Women's Championship match. We will have the Women's Champion that is shouting at kids at airports that are asking for autographs, going one-on-one against Charlotte, the rematch for the Women's Championship. And now, first of all, I want to say I really like the Elite 44 Sasha Banks. It looks awesome, and you can order it now on Amazon. Check my Twitter for the link. She plucked there. But yeah, let's get into the match. Just let these two have an awesome match like they had it on Raw. Just give them a bit of time, let them hit their big moves, And in the end, Sasha will go over. Sasha will defend her championship, and which will, of course, I think it will lead to a feud with Nia Jax. You know, heel Charlotte versus heel Nia Jax wouldn't work well. So let's do Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax as the next feud for the Women's Championship. Sasha wins. Alright, next off, I would book the WWE Championship match between Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler. Now, some of you might say this is a bit too early for them to go on, but we have so many main event matches on this card, some need to go on earlier, there's just no other way. So, these two did an incredible job building up their match. Like, I posted about it on my Instagram. This is the match that was built up the best for SummerSlam. And not necessarily, I guess, because the writers did so well on it. It was because Dean and Dolph did such amazing promos. They did such an amazing job on those. And you know, for Dolph, it's probably a lot of the things he said in his promos were real. So that always helps to develop great feuds if you have a bit of realism in there. So now I'm really hyped for this matchup actually, and I would say give them like 20 minutes, let them have an awesome match, let them have a lot of near falls, like a really exciting matchup. I think they can pull it off very well. Dolph really needs to prove himself on pay-per-view now that he has this big stage, he gets a big shot, so I really want Dolph to deliver here. We know he can, he didn't have the chance a lot lately, but I think SummerSlam will be Dolph Ziggler's time. Now, how I would book the finishes, I would have Dean Ambrose go for his rebound clothesline, you know, that he always does. Then he gets back from the rebound clothesline and gets super kicked by Dolph. Dolph goes down into the cover. 1, 2, 3. The ref goes up, wants to get the belt, but then he sees, oh, Ambrose has his foot on the rope. And he restarts the match, but actually Ambrose put the foot on the rope after the 3 count, so actually Dolph would be champion by now. So the referee made a false decision there, and Dolph of course is complaining about it. Ambrose comes from behind, hits Dirty Deeds, but Dolph manages to roll out of the ring before Ambrose can cover him. Now Dolph is laying there on the floor thinking, I can't get screwed over again, this is probably the only chance they'll ever give me again. So Dean comes, puts Dolph back into the ring. Dolph tries to get up a bit with the help of the referee. Then Dean comes up from behind. Dolph low kicks Dean. Dean of course hurt, and Dolph looks at him, says, it's my time now, and super kicks him in the face. 1, 2, 3. New WWE champion heel Ziggler. Now following this, we will have John Cena versus AJ Styles. Now, their match at Money in the Bank wasn't as great in my opinion. I thought that the AJ Styles matches with Roman Reigns were much better than the one he had with at Money in the Bank against Cena. I know a lot of people liked it, but I think it wasn't that great, but I know they will tear the roof of the place at SummerSlam. And now, one important thing that needs to happen here is that AJ Styles wins, because they want to push him as a top star, so he should actually win at pay-per-views sometimes, you know, always losing won't make him a big star, probably. So AJ Styles needs to win, but AJ Styles doesn't only need to win, he needs to win clean. Like cleaner, the cleanest way possible. Now I think they probably will let him win, but we know Vince, right? Yeah, AJ needs to win, but John can't look bad, so yeah, let's make a ref bump. Yeah, or no, even better, we'll send out Jon Stewart with a steel chair. Yeah. Sorry, Grim had to steal your Vince impression there for a while, but yeah, no way. AJ Styles needs to win clean. There is no Jon Stewart, there is no ref bump. AJ Styles just needs to hit the Styles Clash on John Cena. 1, 2, 3. You made AJ Styles a big star at SummerSlam, and John Cena didn't really lose anything. So next up we have another huge match, which is Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton. And how would I book this match? I would have Brock Lesnar destroy Randy Orton in SummerSlam fashion. I would have him suplexed around the ring the whole time. Orton doesn't get in any offense whatsoever, kind of like the match he had with Cena at SummerSlam a couple years ago. So then Brock goes for those suplexes where he won't release his opponent, like he just goes suplex after suplex after suplex without releasing his opponent. And Brock like suplexed Orton like 5 times already, goes up for the 6th one, and then counters the thing into an RKO, and the commentators go crazy. This is the RKO, the one RKO Orton needed to take Lesnar to Viper Will, blah blah blah. Into the cover, 1, 2, but Lesnar kicks out. I think that would make for a really cool near fall that the fans would actually buy in. So yeah, but after that Lesnar hits a couple more suplexes. F5, match is over. Lesnar beats Orton and looks like a total beast, like he did against John Cena. I know this might hurt Orton a bit, but just give him something on SmackDown, let him destroy a few guys and it will be alright, because this is Brock freaking Lesnar. Nobody can stop him. Well, maybe there's one. Out comes Braun Strowman, and now I know a lot of people say, oh, how can you book Braun Strowman against Brock Lesnar, he sucks. But yeah, out comes Braun Strowman, and he has a stare down with Lesnar. Paul Heyman can't believe it. Paul Heyman looks scared. Lesnar tries to hit Strowman. Strowman catches him by the throat, gives him this like chop or whatever he calls it. Lesnar goes down, Lesnar comes back up, but then decides to go out of the ring. Lesnar is pissed, Heyman is shocked. Braun Strowman stands in the ring. He just took down the beast. Now, you would develop this feud on the next Raw then, where you could possibly set up a big match between Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman at the next time Brock Lesnar wrestles. Maybe it will be Survivor Series, maybe the Rumble, whatever. You set up that match, and until then you have Braun Strowman go undefeated. So you have the undefeated Braun Strowman who destroys everyone against the Beast who destroys everyone as well. And you know who will get destroyed in that big money matchup. I think this match would be awesome. Braun Strowman will improve his wrestling skills until the big match is coming. And if I would be in creative, I would book this for sure. So next up we would have Jericho go against Enzo and Cass. And I would have this match to calm the crowd down a bit before the big main event. You know, they can do some funny stuff. I think Owens and Jericho are really good at it, Enzo as well. So they could have like a funny matchup, and I really want to see a pop-up codebreaker. I think that would be awesome. Like Owens set him up for the pop-up powerbomb, but instead of powerbombing him, Jericho codebreakers him. That would be awesome. That would be an awesome finish to the match, I think. And Jericho and Owens should go over. I really would like to see them continue as a team. They could have some cool feuds down the line. And now it is main event time. Yes, I booked the Universal Championship match into the main event. Why? We will probably see why I did that. So stay tuned. So we have Seth Rollins go one-on-one with the Demon King. I actually don't think the Demon King is like such a bad name like a lot of people thought. Like, I mean, we have the Demon Kane, now we have the Demon King, but it's not that bad in my opinion. So we have that match, and we all know this match will be freaking incredible. It's the first time ever these two will face off, and these guys can just have an amazing match. I would go as far as saying maybe having a 5-star matchup. Now, I really would hope to see Rollins pull a Phoenix Splash here. You know, it's such a big match. So I would like to see him bring back the Phoenix Splash. That would be really awesome. But now let's get into the finish and how I would book it. So these two had a really fair matchup. Like Rollins didn't do like any heelish moves. A really fair matchup. Rollins goes for the pedigree, but Finn throws him over. So Rollins knocks down the referee, but lands on his feet, hits his big kick. Alright. Balor's down, the referee's down. And then this happens. Alright, so Anderson and Gallows are in the ring. And now the fans are thinking, who are they teaming up with? Are they teaming up with Rollins actually to take down Balor, or are they teaming up with Balor? And then Gallows goes in, hits the big boot on Rollins. They go for Magic Killer. They would, if I would have a Carl Anderson, so just imagine Carl Anderson would be standing there. Magic Killer. They get back out of the ring, and now Balor gets up. The referee slowly gets back up. Balor goes to the top rope, throws 2 sweets on the stage. Gallows and Anderson throw up the 2 sweets as well. Balor hits the coup de grace. Cover 1, 2, 3. New Universal Champion, the first ever Universal Champion, Finn Balor. Now here we have the double turn that I saw predicted before, but I really thought that should happen as well, because we need a big new storyline on Raw. Raw can't continue like it is, like it's been horrible. We need a huge storyline. We need the club ruling Raw, and we need a face Rollins try to take them down. And who will help a face Rollins to take down the club? We will have Roman Reigns help him to take down the club. This should really get Reigns over as a face. If he can't get over on the side of a face Rollins, I don't know, but this should get him over. This should be interesting for all the fans out there, and this is how I would book it. So guys, I thank you a lot for sitting through until here. It has gotten really long. I didn't plan it to go that long, but it was the first time doing it, so whatever. I hope you enjoyed it. How would you book the pay-per-view? What would you do different? Let me know in the comment section. And if you haven't yet, please make sure to subscribe to this channel. I will do this now for every pay-per-view, so you shouldn't miss out. And also, another thing, please like this video. It always means a lot to me. And I see you guys in the next video.